I would go to parties with my friends, and we would get our older friends to go get us beer from the stores, and they bring back anything from Coors, Bud, Natural Light, just the junk beer, high volume, low quality stuff. So they would go and get beer, but they wouldn't bring back half the stuff that I really wanted. But that's just kind of started falling in love with beer then, and I just knew I didn't like what everybody else was drinking, and that I liked more of a fuller flavored beer that actually had some, taste to it. These are fermenters. These guys over here is a brew house. That's where the whole thing starts. And the one on the left, we call that the mash tun. The one in the back there, we consider that a hot liquor tank. And the one on the right is considered the brew kettle. So one day I was going to work and I passed this place called Charleston Beer Works. Back then that was a homebrew supply store by Gene's Hofbrau. And I was kind of like, well, homebrew store? Like, what's that homebrew? I was thinking coffee or something, or teas. And so I went in and I started looking at some of the books on the wall. And I was like, beer books, everything was about beer. I was like, I can do this. So I just started going around picking up some of the cans and set on the table, and I was worried they weren't selling it to me because I wasn't 21. They rang it up, and I went home and started making my first batches of beer at home, and found out later that you can sell ingredients to make beer. It's not until you add the yeast that makes the alcohol, and then that's when it becomes illegal for you to consume it. Well, we started off doing the 3250 Kolsch and the Hop Art IPA as year-round beers. We have 3 fermenters over there, so you're kind of limited in how many beers you can have on at one time. Beer takes time to ferment. Typically, it's around 3 or 4 weeks for us, for our ales, to go through the brewing process, through fermentation, before we can actually get it in the walk-in cooler and package. And this is right here, the chocolate rye brown. It is really funny. The story behind the labels is there's so much government control on what you do for your labels. Right. You have to put Imperial Stout. You can't just put Stout. You have to put what style of Stout. You can't put IPA. You have to put India Pale Ale. Right. We went through like 42 different changes. When we sent our labels in for approval, they gave us 42 different changes to do on it. So which one now?
I don't want IPAs.
All right, so you want the lighter beer.